Wow, 19 years. Can you believe that already? Today, myself and beautiful wife Winnet celebrates 19 years of marriage. And this video is a special video just saying how much I love you, how much I adore you, how much I honor you, how much I appreciate you, how much I'm so thankful to God for you and what we have achieved for the past 19 years. Yes, we are celebrating 19 years of marriage. And I want to encourage couples that over the past 19 years, we have been using a strategy from my book, Conquering Distress for a Better Marriage, Transformation that Produces Lasting Change, that I believe has been a key turning point for many instances in our marriage. Now, in this book, I go through the strategy, faith, working through love from conviction. And I believe that it is so important that faith is in the marriage, work is constant, love is constant, and conviction is a necessity if you desire longevity in your marriage. So, in this video, I want to share with you why I believe faith has kept myself and beautiful wife over the last 19 years. And as we are going to start a brand new series following the principles in this book, I want you, if you have not already done so, to subscribe so that you can be notified when I release a new video pertaining to this series based on this book, my book, Conquering Distress for a Better Marriage. So let me quickly talk about faith. Because for those of you who believe and believe in God, you will understand that it's so important for a marriage to truly function that you should be connected to God. And the only way you can be connected to God is through Jesus Christ by accepting the finished work and believing in your heart what God says He will do and humbling your heart and accepting Christ, and then you shall be connected back to God. Why is this important? Because based on the word of God, you will come to quickly find out that as the head, as the lead for the home, as the visionary, it is difficult to lead your wife if you are not connected to the source, which is God. You know, it's so interesting because many times couples do not fully understand the importance of faith. And then on the other hand, sometimes couples put so much emphasis on faith, but they neglect work. They neglect to work on the love part of it, and they have no conviction. That's why there's no transformation. But over the years, what I've come to realize is that if you start with faith, that can push you into other areas where faith is required. What do I mean? Well, it takes faith, a level of faith, if you, as an example, go through a book. Let's say you go through this book and you see some exercises, and there are many exercises in this book that are practical. And if you apply it, you will see the change and transformation. But you have to have faith that these strategies will work. That's one example. Another example is you must have faith in your spouse, that your spouse is able and capable of changing. Why is that important? Because if you believe that your spouse will never change, guess what might actually be happening? They might never change, not because they are not capable of changing, it's because you have programmed your mind subconsciously to look for things that are pointing in the direction of no change. Psychologists calls that confirmation biases. So what I've come to realize over the years is that I can change the way I think, apply it to my faith, and then have it line up with what God says about marriage, about myself as a husband, and about my wife. When I started to think that way, I can see how my faith has increased. Not only to love God more, but to get the wisdom, knowledge, and the understanding to be able to love my wife the way Christ loves the church. So faith is what keeps us in the good times and the bad times. Faith is what allows us to tap into God when sometimes we need to disconnect, as an example, from an escalation or a situation that is pressing us down. Faith allows us to go back to tap into the source, which is God. That is the faith that I would encourage you to understand that is required if you are requiring longevity in your marriage. Marriage is honorable. Marriage is good. Marriage is a beautiful thing. And our goal here at Hope Conquers Marriage Enrichment Institute is to equip couples with the tools and the know-hows and the strategies to help marriages transform. And we always encourage you that you should and must continue to work to better yourself. And as you do, you will better the marriage. So I want to thank you for your well wishes. I want to thank you for your love and support. And if you have not already gotten a copy of your book, you can get it from Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. And like I said before, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I post a new video in this brand new series called Conquering Distress for a Better Marriage Transformation that produces lasting change. Once again, to my beautiful wife, amazingly beautiful and stunningly adorable wife, I want to say a happy, happy, happy anniversary to both of us. And may the Lord bless us and keep us and bind us together with cords that will not be broken, so that we and our marriage can honor God, and so that our friends and family members will be blessed knowing that marriages can work. Goodbye for now.